the Denver Broncos select Marcus Walker, defensive end, Florida State.
Floyd Little there getting the job done. DeMarcus Walker, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, second-team All-American selection. Mel, this is the rich getting richer with all the pass rushers that Denver has.
Yeah, I took him when we did, Todd and I did our mock draft. I played like a GM role, and I had him as the 32nd best player in this draft. DeMarcus Walker, all he does is make plays, be it outside or inside. You can kick him inside. You see the quickness here, the ability to disengage and get into that backfield. This kid was on fire from the get-go. 4.5 sacks against Ole Miss, all in the second half. He had great games throughout the year. You go back to the Florida game, the Clemson game. He saved his best for the biggest spots. He was consistent all year, and that's actually throughout his career. 26.5 sacks the last 2 seasons for Florida State. This kid is a team leader. He holds his teammates accountable. He's got huge hands. He busts it on every play. From a stamina and endurance standpoint, he's out there every play. Nobody can question the effort or the versatility or the production of DeMarcus Walker. Denver Broncos get themselves one whale of a pick here.
Yeah, and I had a chance to sit down and talk to him before that Orange Bowl, and he was the most impressive defensive lineman I met all season long. His ability to walk through every single one of those Michigan offensive linemen, tell me what that weakness was for the individual, and then explain to me how he was going to exploit it, and then go out and do it, dominating that football game. This guy understands how to rush the quarterback.
Look, the Denver Broncos need players that can create negative plays, and the defensive line struggled to do that last year as far as tackles for loss. One of the worst teams in the NFL. This guy, I think, is a better D tackle, quite honestly, than his defensive end because of how quick he can get off the football, which makes him perfect for what they need him for, because that's how he wins. He wins at the line of scrimmage.
I love his quote, "My film is awesome. No one's better D tackle than DN." Browns are on the clock, and Jim Brown is there with the commissioner on the podium.
To announce the Cleveland Browns selection, please welcome from Syracuse University, 1971 Hall of Fame inductee, fullback Jim Brown.
Thank you. Thank you very much. With the 52nd pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select DeShone Kizer, quarterback, Notre Dame.
Now, I'm not sure if that guy was being consoled because he was so happy or he was so sad. I think he was saying no at some point. But DeShone Kizer did not hear his name called in the first round. He hears it called here in the second round. Lewis, DeShone Kizer, what do we like? What did not we like at Notre Dame?
Physically, he's got everything you're looking for. 6'4", 233 pounds, very good mobility in the pocket, very good mobility outside the pocket, and an arm that can stretch the field laterally, and as you see here, vertically, can throw the ball with some tremendous touch. When it's all clean for him and he's feeling good and in a rhythm, he's got protection, he can do some wonderful things. You can do everything that you want him to do at the pro level. The problem is consistency. The problem is decision-making. The problem is accuracy. The problem is poise under pressure, game management. It's seasoning. It's reps. It's experience in crucial situations. Those are the kinds of things that right now teams had a lot of problems with as far as DeShone Kizer is concerned and why he slipped. Hugh Jackson's got his work cut out for him now. He's the quarterback whisperer. He's the guy. He's the reason why they hired him in Cleveland. He's going to have to now take him from A to Z and groom him to be the pro type of quarterback that Cleveland needs and deserves.
Yeah, season opener against Texas, he looked like a future top 15, top 10 pick, and then everything kind of went downhill, and you can't blame it on not having Will Fuller. You can't blame it on not having a left tackle like Ronnie Stanley. There were some throws that were majorly off target, holds the ball way too long. You think about decision-making, then accuracy. My question is, guys, why do you come out after a mediocre year? If you can't get it done as a quarterback in college, what would make you think you can get it done at the pro level? It was mind-boggling to me that you would even think think about leaving college early. I understand that you think about, okay, was he always going to be the guaranteed guy? There was other players there at Notre Dame, like Malik Zaire, but the bottom line is you are not ready to play the NFL when you struggle mightily at the collegiate level like DeShone Kizer did this past year. I had 61 on the board. Hey, goes 52. That's not a huge reach, but he is light years away, in my opinion, before he's going to have any chance of being ready to be an effective starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I've seen this guy live about 5 times the last couple of years, spent a lot of time studying his tape, talking to his coaches, and listen, as Lewis alluded to, this guy's loaded with talent and can be developed into something really good. You see flashes. Look at this throw here when he has a clean pocket, knows where he wants to go with the ball, anticipation and hitting a spot. You see the big arm fitting it into a tight window. The problem is, what are we getting in terms of consistency with the accuracy? There are so many throws you see on tape where he's not committed to it, he's off balance, and he's way off the mark. Look here, leaning, not stepping to his target, not driving off that back foot and following through. So, you know, when I talk to Brian Kelly, the head coach at the pro day for Kizer, he told me, you know, this guy has never had a mentor and has never been in a quarterback room with a guy who's been there and can teach him how to learn. And you go to Cleveland, I just wonder, yes, you have Hugh Jackson, but the young quarterbacks that are here, Brock Osweiler they brought in, we don't know how long he's going to be there. And then you're talking about Cody Kessler and Kevin Hogan, who are younger guys. So I don't know that this, we'll see in time, but this is not the type of quarterback room that Brian Kelly envisioned as being the best possible situation for DeShone Kizer.
Well, look, Brian Kelly openly said he should have stayed in school.
But he also told me that he has a chance to be the best quarterback in this draft when it's all said and done, too. I think those quotes got a little misinterpreted.
Well, situations will dictate.
Yeah.
Well, and he wasn't lying either. He does have maturity.
Here's the bottom line. He's the first player in the history of Notre Dame football to leave with 2 years of eligibility left. He is at best an unfinished product. For more on this, let's go to Morton Adams.
Listen, we had a lot of talk about the Browns and Mr. Trubisky, an Ohio guy. Well, Kizer's also an Ohio guy, and the first private workout Kizer had this offseason was with the Browns, with general manager Sashi Brown and Hugh Jackson, the head coach, in attendance. And in Kizer, they get a guy also who gets a quarterback coach in David Lee, who is a stickler for fundamentals, who will have his thumb on him and try to teach him all the way there. So clearly, it's a matter of, can you develop this guy? I don't think he's up and running this year.
And with the Cleveland Browns using the 52nd overall selection on DeShone Kizer, that's a wrap on Jimmy Garoppolo, who the Browns made an inquiry about on the opening night of the draft. That's a wrap on A.J. McCarron, who the Bengals were not willing to part. And that means the Browns quarterbacks going into the season will be Cody Kessler as the projected starter. We'll see if they keep Brock Osweiler, Kevin Hogan, and now the developmental project, DeShone Kizer, Trey.
All right, well, lather, rinse, repeat, guys, for the Cleveland Browns since 1999. This is the list. It is lengthy. 26 of them have been starting quarterbacks since Cleveland came into the league in 1999. Among them, Spurgeon Wynn, the great Scapuzzi, Derek Anderson, Connor Shaw, Josh McCown, Austin Davis. It is the most in the NFL over that time frame. And Kizer, if somehow he finds his way to start over Osweiler, Kessler, or Hogan, would be the 27th. There's no chance any of you guys think he should be starting week 1,
no,
right?
No, he's at least a year away, maybe a couple years away. I would say if developed properly and if things are on track, that probably he would have a chance to compete for the starting job his second year. That would be my guess.
You know what, see, ideally, you'd want him to go to a quarterback room like Kansas City has, okay? Like even Chicago has for Mitchell Trubisky. That's what you want. Someone who can show you the way, and then a veteran maybe that's on the staff also that can help teach you to be a pro as far as your preparation. So a guy to watch on the field, a guy to mentor you in the classroom. Well, who does he have to do that for him right now when that's what everybody is talking about? Maturity. How do you be a pro? And not just on the football field correcting decision-making and accuracy. There's people who believe he's immature as far as his commitment to the game. So there's a lot of things that Cleveland's going to have to put into place to ensure his success. Simple as that.
Well, Hugh Jackson can develop a quarterback. We know that for sure. And he has all the tools you would want. We'll see if Hugh Jackson can get the best out of DeShone Kizer. The pick for the Lions is in.
To announce the Detroit Lions selection, please welcome from Jackson State University, 1992 Hall of Fame inductee, cornerback Lem Barney.
Thank you. With the 53rd pick in the 2017 National Football League draft, the Detroit Lions have selected Teez Tabor, defensive back from Florida.
Don't you just love the way Hall of Famer Lev Lombardi loved the fact that they went another defensive back, Teez Tabor, another guy who could have been a first-round pick were it not for some slow 40 times.
His feel and coverage is outstanding. He had 8 career interceptions. He had 33 pass breakups in his career, at 6th most in school history. He has the size, he has that anticipation and the reaction ability that you want. You thought all year this kid runs a decent 40. He's going to be a guaranteed first-round pick and get after the quarterback, as you saw there. Tackling is okay, but the way he plays in coverage at the collegiate level indicated he's going to be a high pick. Then he goes out, Todd, and he runs a disappointing 40. 4.62. Think, okay, at his pro day, he's going to improve that. He goes up into the 4.7s, Todd. That lack of recovery ability was the reason why he dropped from the mid-first, late-first into the second round.
I think this is a good place for him. Heavier zone scheme. Terrell Austin, coordinator. He needs to be in a zone scheme to protect him vertically because he does not have the top end speed. But I'll be honest with you, when I was done with his tape, Lewis, I thought he might be the 2nd or 3rd best cornerback in this cornerback-rich draft.
This guy has instincts all day long. Tremendous read and react skills. When his hips are open, he has vision to the quarterback. Tremendous short area closing quickness and great